All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays, coming to you live from the United States, where I am back from El Salvador. I know we got to look at the price. I wanted to bring you guys a video earlier. My flight from El Salvador was delayed, and then I got flagged, and like all my bags were searched. Anyway, I can tell you guys more about that later. But yeah, I don't get flagged that often, but this time I did. So I guess that's what happens when you're coming in from El Salvador after only being there for a weekend. Interesting experience. I can tell you guys about it another time. Let's go to the chart. Notice I am using a green background and not a red crashing background. There's a reason for that. There's reason to my madness. And the reason is because I've been telling everyone for the last few days that today was going to be the buy the dip day. So let's go and take a look at today as a buy the dip day. You will see in yesterday's video's comments how everyone is already making fun of me from like 4 hours ago. I really wanted to bring you the video just as the price of Bitcoin was at 33,000 or just above 33,000, but I was not able to. This is the earliest I could have done it today. So here we go. Let's go to the charts. Hope the audio is good. Hope the video is good. Charts. Look, I have no idea if this is the low and we go to 100,000. I don't know. No one else really knows. All I can say is, and I'm going straight to the daily chart. All I can say is that for the last few days, once this crash occurred, I was telling you guys that Monday is going to be a buy the dip day. The reason I was confident in Monday being the buy the dip day is because of the MRI. I trust the MRI. You don't have to trust the MRI. That's up to you. Everyone is responsible for their own trading decisions. I trust the MRI. Yes, there is always an MRI buy or an MRI sell somewhere in the world on an asset, on a time frame. Of course, that happens, right? But I'm very clear on my time frames that I favor the most, and my weekly and my daily is what I favor the most. Initially, I thought this was going to be a nice buying opportunity back in early January, and that is why we allocated 20% bullish position right here in early January off the daily and weekly MRI buys. But we also realized very, very quickly that this trade was not working out. So we got out with a very, very small loss. Now, I know this is a little bit hindsight. I know it's a little bit hindsight. Like, Tone, how the hell are you going to put a 20% bullish allocation 2,000 points earlier, right at 33,500? Not 2,000 points earlier. Yeah, about 2.5 now, right? But I told everyone, guys, I told you guys that today was going to be the buy the dip day. It was going to be Monday or Tuesday. But ideally, it was going to be Monday because of the daily MRI buy. It almost timed with the 4-day MRI buy, but I don't know if I even care about the 4-day MRI points because they have not proven to me that they are consistent. So it was the daily and the weekly that I care about on the MRI. And this is my 20% bullish position. Now, I'm not going to cheat. This is where I would have done it, right on the way back up, not on the way down, on the way back up, right? But let's say you missed it, right? Like, I'm confident in this, right? Let's do 35,000 flat, okay? We're going to split the middle. In fact, we're not even splitting the middle. We are way more closer to the current price of Bitcoin than we are to the low. Of course, I don't expect anyone to catch the low at 33,000 perfectly. And we're going to look at a lower level time frame, but 33.5, 34, these are reasonable buy the dip numbers. I'm going to put my 20% bullish allocation at 35. I'm going to do the least amount of hindsight analysis, the least amount of cheating possible. So I'm only going to put it at 35,000. In reality, it should have been closer to 33,000. which is a big difference, right? And it already would have made up for our loss from there to there on this Consensio trading model. Now, based on Consensio, I should not even touch this. In fact, based on Consensio, I probably should have been short from the moment this candle occurred on December 31st, but I was grossly biased on Bitcoin in the bullish direction. I'll admit it, I am still biased on Bitcoin in the bullish direction. I do not believe the bull market is over this cycle, and I do not believe we have entered a bear market. I don't. You can disagree with me. That's my view on the subject. I just got a message that Willy Woo has published a newsletter, which I will be reading immediately after this stream. So I have not read Willy Woo's newsletter that just released today because I trust my own analysis first, and then I take a look at some of the on-chain stuff. But my own analysis is 98% of my trading, with maybe 2% of other people's influence. Okay. Before we go on, Unconfiscatable, you guys are going to have to keep listening to me plug it. The conference is 1 month away. The conference will take place in about 5 weeks. Come and join us in Las Vegas. We are going to add maybe 1 or 2 more sponsors, and that's it. Maybe. We already have a great list. I'm going to interview all of them starting tomorrow. Start 9 is coming on the show tomorrow, and then we're going to do all of them over the next few weeks. The carnivory dinner is close to selling out completely. Still got some ticket sales for the main event. Actually, let me refresh that page because those numbers don't just update. The financial summit as well, but I'll be plugging that one later. Unconfiscatable. Let's open this up fresh. There's the YouTube channel for Unconfiscatable. Here's the Instagram. That's my Instagram. That's me in El Salvador. Check out the stories, though they do go away after 24 hours. And of course, Unconfiscatable. Hey, we're up to 400. Would love to cross 1,000, guys. And Unconfiscatable. Let's see how many tickets we have. Our carnivory dinner is going fast, guys. That's almost done. That's our speaker dinner that people have the ability to join. Okay. Back to the charts. Back to the charts. The daily chart. That is a beautiful reversal candle. Can this candle go all the way back down and close below 33,000? Yes, it can. Do I think that is going to happen? No, I don't. But we got 5 hours to go. This is a beautiful reversal candle. As you guys know, my hierarchy of importance for Bitcoin or any kind of trading, not just Bitcoin, traditional trading as well, especially even more so. Candlestick pattern first, chart pattern second, MRI third. An example of a chart pattern, the breakdown below 42,000, that was a chart pattern play that is going to go down more. The breakdown below 41.5 is a chart pattern. It's going to go down more. This is a candlestick reversal pattern. Those interested in learning more about this stuff, go over to my free Learn Trading section. Teaches you all about candlesticks and why they're so important. And then you have to learn support and resistance, but chart patterns is what I really care about. You can click on these images. This is exactly what I was looking at. Well, we broke down below support areas. Okay, those interested in a little bit more can check out products and services on-demand videos, and that's where I teach the stuff that you can read for free in Learn Trading. If you want to support my work, this is where you do it. And of course, those that want to trade using the MRI, you have that section as well. All right, back to the chart. Here's the daily chart. I am now anticipating a move back to the breakdown area. I am looking for a move back to the $40,000 zone. Does it have to go all the way back to the $40,000 zone? The answer is no. Clearly, we did not make it all the way back to the $46,000 zone. And I was very confident we would at least make it back to the $46,000 zone. And Bitcoin did not make it back there. That is why when we allocate only a 20% bullish allocation in hopes that it makes it back to 46K, when it's proven to you that it does not, you have to cut that losing position. Now, a new position could be entered. This position certainly could have been entered closer to 33,000 than 36,000, but I'm putting my mark at 35,000 flat. Once again, I am prematurely entering the market because Consensio is telling me I am an idiot by doing this. But I'm using some experience, I'm using a little bit of leeway, and I am trying to time this dip as best I can. Okay, and here we are with a 20% bullish allocation. And once the moving average is reversed, I will add to that bullish allocation. And guess what? If this thing continues going down, then I'll exit that 20% and take a tiny loss once again, waiting to buy the dip at a later point in time. When would I admit that I am wrong? This is the most important question a trader needs to ask themselves. When would I admit that I am wrong? Well, if today the price of Bitcoin closes in the bottom half of the candle, I will consider admitting that I am wrong. So if we close below 34,000 on current candle, creating a closing low lower than this prior swing high, I will consider cutting that 20% bullish allocation back to zero. Okay. Again, realistically, should have got in near 33, getting out at 34, you had a terrible trade that made you money. Okay. Now, if today we close above this red line, tomorrow this line will probably be the same. Maybe it would be the prior candle's low, yesterday's candle's low, right? That candle's low is 34,500. Okay, if we close tomorrow below this red line, I will consider saying I was wrong on the rebound. The day after, if we close back here, I will also a little bit higher at 35. Like, I'm expecting this thing to go up. I really, really am. I will bring you, of course, I'll bring you a video tomorrow, maybe two. Well, I am bringing you two because I'm doing an interview in the afternoon US time, and I'll glance at the price then as well. So I'll try to start bringing you guys 2 videos a day this week, only because I want to navigate this bounce. I believe this is the low. Yes, I believe that was the low, but I was not crazy confident that was the low. This was a low for a while. Of course, we all thought this was the low. So these were the areas where I thought the low was in. This one, and now this one. But it's not about timing the perfect low, okay? If you just go through my videos, these were my lows. When did I admit I was wrong on this low? Well, back here, when we broke the support line. Notice how I am admitting that this low is not a low anymore at a much higher price. What about here? I thought this was the low. When did I admit I was wrong? Well, the moment we broke 41.5, again at a higher price. I want to believe this is the low. I will admit this is not the low. Not after this low is breached, but at some point higher than that low. And that is how you manage risk and avoid full liquidation of your portfolio. Okay, that is how you avoid getting stuck in losing positions. We have moving averages coming down. If we rally back to the breakdown area of 41.5, we will meet a moving average, and then we will see if a new low is upon us. If a new low is breached, then I will also admit I was wrong the last 3 months, and we have been pretty much in a bear market, but I was not able to recognize it. The reason I was not able to recognize it is because I believe in higher highs and higher lows, especially in a consolidating environment. So for me to admit there's a bear market, I need to break this low. It was different in 2017. In 2017, I admitted there was a bear market back here. Well, technically, you can say that this was a low, at least at the close, and then we're breaching it here. But also last time there was an exponential rise. When we go up exponentially, it's easier to call the start of a bear market. when you don't go up exponentially, and this looks exponentially in absolute terms, but not in percentage terms, and also not based on what was happening in the general environment. MicroStrategies getting in, Tesla getting in, El Salvador accepting it as a reserve currency. These were very bullish macro signs, and it did not give me the impression that this was the start of a bear market, and it wasn't, because we made a new high, and it's so rare. I will always make the bet that the breach of the prior swing high will take us all the way back up here. I will always make this bet, and I will recognize that this bet was wrong when the signs call for it. And when did we start recognizing that there could be a problem with this bet? Back here at 60. And then again at 57. And then again at 51. And then finally fully into cash at 47. Okay. And now we tried getting back in at 42.5. Immediately recognized that was a mistake. And now we're looking to do it again. I will, as much as I would have loved to do this video 3 hours ago, and I would have put this arrow right at 33K. I had to do it at 35K. All right, let's move on. People are asking, how am I allocating this? I am still in GBTC. I am still holding GBTC. And it's really incredible how low that premium got. I am likely to open up, like I'm mostly trading my retirement fund, and I can't add any more money to my retirement fund. I already maxed out my allocation for this year in my retirement fund. So I would have to, if I want to trade GBTC, I can know I would, and I want to buy more to take advantage of this grossly oversold premium. I would need to do it in a taxable account, which I'm trying to stay away from because I want to file as simple tax returns as possible, which is why all my trading is done in GBTC. So I can't take advantage of this premium any more than I already do. Here's GBTC. GBTC broke to new lows, but that's because of the premium. The price of Bitcoin is still above these summer lows. Let's look at the low-level time frames. I would be even more confident in this position on a daily chart if we break today's high tomorrow. If I was to be trading the daily chart and not the 4-day chart, and I got in that $33,000 area, I would be confident to add to my position or add some leverage to my position if there was strength in the market tomorrow, taking us above today's highs. Okay, other markets. There's more to life than Bitcoin. I know that's what everyone comes here to watch. There's more to life than Bitcoin. Though, if you are all about Bitcoin, come join us in Las Vegas for Unconfiscatable, the financially inclined crowd. Come join us at the Financial Summit in the Dominican Republic in August. You can see that tickets are going fast, especially the carnivory dinner. There will only be 5 tickets left, and it will probably be $500 more expensive than the conference. This is where you get to sit with the speakers. That's why it's limited to about 100 people, with maybe well, it depends how many speakers and sponsors we have. But we're selling between 50 and 75 tickets, and we're pretty much sold out on the carnivory. Okay, gold market. The gold market is not interesting to me until we break 1871. I'll take a look at your live chat in a minute, guys. If I have moderators watching, please throw in any good questions that you see. I'm going to go over to that chat on Telegram and shoot something over if you see a good question. Okay, where are we here? I think I was looking at oil markets. You know, I should put that over here. Oh, no, 1 hour chart, 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart of Bitcoin. Here's the daily MRI buy. It's not timing with the 1 hour. That's the 4 hour. Sorry. It's not timing with the 4 hour. Did it time with the 1 hour? Did the 1 hour give you a 1 hour buy inside a daily MRI? That would have been a perfect timing mechanism. I'm waiting for the MRI to load. I'll be as surprised as you are. Though if we do have an MRI buy here, I may not be as surprised as you guys are. I'm waiting, waiting, waiting. Oh, no, we missed it. We did not get the MRI buy. We just missed it. We missed it by 1 candle. So we did not get our MRI buy. It would have been a lot more difficult to time. So you would have had to time it with a green star candle and not with the MRI candle. This would have been the MRI candle if Bitcoin would have fell a little bit more. But also remember what I said in yesterday's video. Had the price of Bitcoin fallen to 32.50 and did not immediately shoot up within seconds, I would have been very, very potentially bearish as to what happens down the line. But this bounce right off of it, this bounce right off of 33,000 with the daily MRI is making me very confident going forward. Oil, I am bullish the oil markets based on the geopolitics of the world and what is going on in clown world. So I am very bullish on oil, and I'm anticipating it breaking $100 and going north of that number in the near future. As I mentioned, gold is not interesting to me until we break above the prior swing high. I can only assume the S&P 500 puked out a lung, and it of course did. This helped the crash in Bitcoin. Bitcoin will only crash so far, and then it will decouple from the stock market and start to trend back up. 1 second, guys. We leave, well, walk over and okay, guys, sorry about that. So we got a couple of more days before there is a daily MRI buy on the stock market. And guess what? I will be bullish the stock market the same way I am bullish on Bitcoin today. I'll be bullish on the stock market on Thursday. Thursday is when I'm expecting the stock market to bottom, but it could also bottom on Wednesday. It could also bottom tomorrow. It could bottom today, right? It could have already bottomed. But right now, I would not be going long the stock market. I would only be going long Bitcoin. But later this week, I would potentially be going long stock market. Longer term chart, not a big deal yet. And as you guys know, I am very bullish on the overall stock market. It's just another dip with COVID. The Democrats will have to relax the economics. They will have to let businesses open again. They cannot let the stock market crash going into the 2022 midterm elections where they will be unelected. This is unemployment is high, inflation is high, and if the stock markets crash and people's retirement portfolios are taking a hit, they're not going to survive the election. So they need to reverse the stock market, and the best way to reverse, there's 2 ways to help reverse the stock market. Obviously, the rates are not going to rise. Whichever idiot told you on TV, and I don't care if it's the employee of the president or whoever tells the president what to do, Jerome Powell told you the rates were going to rise. That is a meaningless statement. I've said this many times before. The Fed, Jerome Powell getting on TV telling you the rates are going to go up 3 times in 2022 is complete and utter bullshit. He has no idea what the rates are going to do. He will do whatever the presidential advisors tell him to do. And if the stock market is crashing, there will not be a raise in the rates in 2022. That is literally how the Fed has operated for the last 20 years. And I don't understand why it would change this year in 2022. So whatever they tell you on TV about what they're going to do in the future is complete and utter bullshit. And it has nothing to do with what they're actually going to do. That is how the Fed has always functioned. I would love for anyone to argue with me otherwise. Okay, shitcoins are, of course, making new lows. Oh, wow, look at that. What's the lowest in BCH? I know I said I was never going to look at it again, but I just, I can't stop. It's a train wreck. You just have to keep watching it. The Ethereum versus Bitcoin is also going down versus Bitcoin. The versus USD is completely irrelevant, as I've been saying. Monero is going to reach new lows. The one good thing about a Bitcoin bear market is that the shit coins really, really take a nosedive. They really take a nosedive, and they usually don't recover. They usually don't recover. A few of them will recover, but most of them will not. Hopefully Solana is down even more. Nice. Nice. Some things look good in this world. And Solana is one of them. Looks beautiful, but a beautiful chart as it heads back to zero, where it probably belongs. All right. That's it. Let's look at your Q&A. So we have Q&A. Pause the screen share for a second. I believe today is buy the dip. You can see it in my shirt. The stock market should also have its own buy the dip very, very soon. Yeah, I know the 3-day chart is on an MRI buy, but the 4-day chart is going to be on an MRI buy very soon. The 3-day chart might be better with the MRI. You guys got to do your own analysis, guys. There's an infinite number of time frames, and there is almost an infinite number of assets. So obviously, there's all kinds of combinations. I want to change my background. If I'm not doing screen share, choose visual background. We're going to change that up a little bit. There we go. And now let me take a look at your Q&A. We, of course, going to start with super chat questions. We got one. All right. I really should have restarted my computer. From Brian. Brian Gibson. Let's see what you got. Although this time, Tone, Biden is catching a lot of shit about inflation. Well, that's not true with Biden, right? I mean, it doesn't matter who's sitting in that office, right? Could have been the saint himself sitting in that office, and he's going to get shit about inflation. So they said they support the rate increase. Yeah, we'll see about that. I think inflation has them boxed in this time. No, I don't. Raising the rate is not going to help. What the hell is raising the rate? 0.25% will do. No. Stock market dropping will keep that rate low. Nothing they can do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're stuck. They're really stuck. Look, the solution was always simple. Don't shut down the economy over a cold. That was always a solution. All right, Mike. What's your favorite aspect of El Salvador? You know what? I'm going to do another video on El Salvador. I don't want to do it today because we focus so much on this price drop and buy the dip. So maybe tomorrow or the next day, I will tell you guys all about El Salvador. I loved it. It is not as dangerous as the media makes it sound. I mean, every place. Anyway, I'll talk about it on another sheet. Of course, you have to be careful, right? 4 rules: don't get drunk, don't go walking around the middle of the night, especially by yourself. Stay away from neighborhoods you don't belong in. And finally, don't wear bling. Don't wear gold chains. Don't wear diamond rings. Don't flash your $2,000 cell phone. Okay? Same rules apply in parts of LA, in parts of Miami, in parts of Chicago, in parts of New York, and 99% of the world. Be smart, you'll be fine. Oh, I am so down on importance. I don't think I'll ever meet the El Salvadorian president, guys. I'm not that far. Max Kaiser hasn't even met him yet. And you guys know Max Kaiser is out there. Max Kaiser interviewed me in El Salvador. The episode should air on RT soon. Okay, questions. I got a bunch. Tone, would you look at the S&P 1997 fractal over Bitcoin current year to date? That is a very interesting question, and I do want to take a look at that. 1997, wow. S&P in 1997. Most of you guys weren't even born yet, probably. Right here. Yeah, look at that. August. Yeah. That's beautiful. This is a weekly chart. Weekly chart, not monthly chart. Yeah, guys, we're gonna break this double top in Bitcoin. Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty good. See, the S&P didn't have an exponential rise. I'd rather compare it to the NASDAQ. I would really rather compare it to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we can do a, oh no, weekly charts better. We can do a weekly chart. Look at that NASDAQ puking out of lung. So 1997 NASDAQ. I've done these comparisons with, yeah, Bitcoin, 1997 NASDAQ. Let's see. I'd rather compare Bitcoin to NASDAQ. It doesn't make as much sense comparing it to the S&P. So, it doesn't look anything like it, unfortunately. Maybe it's this pattern here. No, not much. I'm going to move on, guys. Next question. Tone. Can be traded from Farhan. Okay. The indicator can be traded as an oscillator, continue flat for another 1 to 4 candles, including weekly, which suggests another deviating new low. We'll get there. It's possible. Oh, not a screen share. Shit. It's okay, guys. There wasn't much to watch. Here is the NASDAQ in 1997. I don't see much to compare Bitcoin to. And when I took a look at the S&P in 1997, I was looking at like this area here on a weekly scale. Like we kind of made a new low swing and we rallied off that. I mean, it's not that comparable to me. So it's okay. Wasn't much to watch. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, guys, sorry, back. We got to wrap up this video, though. I got so much work to do for the conference. That's going to be the rest of my day. All right, a few more questions, and then we make it quick. Zone Capone, Tone, speaking about GBTC, the Rothschild investment bought another 93,000 shares of Grayscale. Well, I don't know what that means, shares of Grayscale. Did they buy GBTC or did they buy into the trust? I don't understand why anyone would buy into the trust right now with this negative premium. They should be buying GBTC to take advantage of that premium. What do you think about that? Well, you guys know what I think. I think the premium is going to go above 0. I think no one is interested in buying into the trust. There will be no more liquidity being added into the CTF. I don't think the SEC is going to convert it into a regular ETF anytime soon. So when FOMO comes, this thing is going to spike, and it's going to spike hard. So I am prepared for the premium to break above 0. Volcano bonds, yes or no? Maybe. Guys, I'm not investing in the volcano bonds. But if you want to invest in the volcano bonds, I'm not going to talk you out of it. It's your decision. I think it's a good project. Am I investing in it? I am not. Would I be interested in moving to Bitcoin City? Potentially. Let's see how it starts to get built. I'm not a buy pre-construction kind of guy. I'd rather pay the premium and buy exactly what I'm looking at, not a schematic of what I will be looking at in the future. But everybody's different. Tone, can you look at Riot? Sure. Whoa, what the hell happened here? Oh, Riot. Oh, they're not. Whatever. I don't care for Riot. They're not. Wait, what did happen there? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh boy. Oh wait, I was trading Riot. Oh, I was trading in 2020. I kept making money by selling covered calls on this thing. Oh boy. Oh wow. Weekly MRI buy. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. They're a miner, but they were converted into this company from before. I like the chart. I like the chart. How is it on the daily? Give me an MRI buy on the daily. Not yet. Not yet. A few more days. I mean, if Bitcoin bottoms, so will Riot. I mean, it's a miner, right? So they're correlated. Somebody wanted, am I coming to the conference in Austin, Round Rock? Maybe. I got to talk to those guys this week. I might come. I was supposed to be in Africa, but I'm not going to Africa for two reasons. One, the COVID insanity, the COVID restrictions is one reason. And the other reason is the conference. Unconfiscatable, I can't be out of the country at the moment, right? So I'm here for the month until the conference is over, and then I can start traveling again. So I may be coming to Austin, Texas. Yes. But come on, guys, you got to come support us in Las Vegas. Got to come support us. I may be in Austin in a few weeks. There's a mining event going on there, but come join us. That's it. Oh, Netflix. Last thing, and then the next thing, and then last thing, and that's it. Maybe Twitter. Oh boy. Oh boy. So look, COVID comes, everyone starts watching Netflix because they have nothing to do. But if they still can't find a job, they can't pay their Netflix bill. And there's only so much shit to watch before you get bored. So what happens? Well, people can't afford a Netflix bill. They won't pay a Netflix bill. So here we go. That is an MRI buy. Second consecutive. That's a huge crash of earnings. Man, if only I was still trading my earnings straddles and strangle plays, which was my bread and butter before I started doing what I do now. We would have crushed it on this earnings. Crushed it. Wow. Yeah, it's probably gonna snap back. So I'm bullish Netflix for now, but the overall stock market may not bottom for a few days. And finally, I want to look at Twitter because I'm still dumbfounded by Cappy Wood buying 1 million shares for ARK Invest or one of their funds. That's not Twitter, that's Nvidia, which is also not looking very hot. Oh, where's Twitter? Oh, it's Twitter. Did I miss it? There it is. Beautiful. Twitter, I hope this shit goes to zero. I really do. I mean, I honestly, I know I'm streaming on YouTube, and I know I constantly use Twitter, but the sooner YouTube and Twitter die, the better off society will be, because they censor so much information. It is out of control. The sooner these companies die, the better off humanity will be, because replacements that do less censorship already exist. Okay. So I don't feel bad at all for Twitter investors losing money, just like shitcoins. Yeah, Joseph, if the MRI, if you want to buy the MRI indicator, it's always going to be available. I may drop the price one day we'll see what happens in the future. Guys, it's about streams of revenue, right? Like, as much as I want to do everything for free, I do have some bills to pay. So if I can have another source of revenue, then the MRI will eventually become free. For now, it is what it is. We're going to talk about the MRI alert service in the future. If the MRI alert service is bringing in revenue, the MRI will be free. I have to log into the MRI alert service. I'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, guys, that is it for me. thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all on the next one. Yeah, Joseph, Samuel, I see you are in India. Thank you so much for a donation. Shoot me, like, maybe just get a hold of me. I do have a contact page. Should not say this publicly, but specifically for Joseph Samuel, for your beautiful super chat donation, shoot me a message on somewhere on my contact page, on my homepage, contact form right there. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Come to Vegas, and I'll see you all there. See you all on the next one. Bye, guys. Vegas.